Why is racial hygiene part of genetics history? Imagine a time when science was used to justify some of the worst ideas about human worth. Racial hygiene is part of genetics history because it was an early attempt to control human reproduction based on race. It started in the late 1800s and early 1900s, when some scientists believed they could improve society by selecting who should reproduce. This idea was tied to the eugenics movement, which aimed to make the human gene pool better by encouraging reproduction among those labeled fit and stopping it among those considered unfit. The term racial hygiene was first used by a German scientist named Alfred Plotz in 1895. He wanted to keep pure races and prevent what he called miscegenation, or interracial mixing. They also promoted sterilization of people with hereditary diseases to prevent passing on what they saw as undesirable traits. These ideas were based on a misunderstanding of genetics and heredity, and they were heavily influenced by social and racial prejudices. This flawed thinking led to horrifying actions, especially under Nazi Germany. The Nazis used racial hygiene as a justification for mass sterilizations, marriage restrictions, and even genocide. They claimed they were protecting the purity of the German race, but in reality, it was a brutal form of discrimination and violence. From a modern perspective, racial hygiene shows how science can be misused when combined with harmful social beliefs. Today, genetics recognizes that human traits are complex and cannot be reduced to race or superficial categories. Genetic health now focuses on informed, voluntary testing that respects individual rights and diversity. Learning about this history is important because it reminds us why ethical standards matter in genetics. It helps us understand that genetic information should never be used to discriminate or justify social inequality. Instead, genetics today aims to support health and well-being for everyone, regardless of race or background. This history shows us the importance of using science responsibly and ethically, so it benefits society without causing harm.